Welcome back, everybody. Well, today I have something that's kind of different. Well, it's another Makita product, but a string trimmer? Yep, it's a string trimmer. This just happens to be the Makita XRU04. Now, this model of string trimmer, okay, is not the latest and greatest, but this is the previous iteration of the straight shaft, okay, Makita trimmer. You'll notice that the head is not on there. We're going to assemble it here on this video. Comes with a, there's a lanyard that you can put on there, and you have a direction switch, so if the head gets clogged up with stuff, you can switch it in reverse, very quickly unlock it, and spin it off of there. It does have a speed controller that's on here that you can speed control your way through things. So if you're doing some delicate work, that you can. And the off and on button that's on here, it takes any 18-volt battery that's on there that takes any 18-volt battery pack that you have. So the bigger the pack, the longer the runtime itself. So let's assemble this. We'll go out and we'll do some string trimming, that is. This is going to be a little different. I have a Still 090 string trimmer that I use all the time, and this is a little bit light for me, so I'm not sure if I'm going to dig it or not. I did use the hedge trimmer. That was pretty good. The opening between the tines are a little bit small for my kind of liking, but for light duty weight work, it's great. So let's assemble this. Let's get a little tighter and we'll show how to assemble this. Alright, so when you get this, you need to add a couple parts to this to put the head on itself, okay? A little dirty. So what you need is this is called the receiving washer itself. Now I got this as a smoking deal from my equipment dealer because these parts were missing and nobody knew it, and I think whoever tried to put the head on, as soon as you put the head on without this receiving bushing on there, the head would just come right off. So how this works is very simple. You'll have an Allen wrench that comes with it. The receiving bushing goes on and it keys in, okay? So we take this, see how that dropped on there? And then we have the guard, and the guard fits in between there. And then we spin the head on. It is reverse thread, okay? Now, as soon as you go to turn that on, that will not hold it. So you need to take your Allen key that comes in the bag. There is a little thing that goes in there. You spin this, it drops in there. Then you simply take this and tighten it down. You're done. I'm going to grab a battery really quick. Turn it on. Okay. So you'll notice it spins up, and as it spins down, just when it gets to a certain speed, there is a little brake that's on there. So on the head itself, it comes with, I'll change this out, the thread, but it does come with a front guard as well as a rear guard. I typically, on my machine, I remove the rear guard and this, so we'll just have to see how this works out. So let's put some stuff on. We'll take this out. I might change this thread to something good. I typically use a different thread than this, but it's an auto bump head. And I'll have to check it for see if it fits me and all that kind of stuff, and move the handle. But so let's take it outside. We'll show it up against the still gas-powered one that I use and I still love to this day, and see how well that this does. All right, so we're out here today to check out this Makita XRU04 for probably 1,000 hours. That's a ton. This FX still FS1000X has been my preferred lightsaber. You'll notice that the guard is taken off at the end, and this is a real workhorse. I don't see this replacing this whatsoever. But one of the first things that we need to do here today is to change the string on it. This is, I've tried all kinds of string. I've tried as many brands as I can find. And what I like to run is this Husqvarna XP line here. This happens to be a 0.105 diameter. This takes between a 0.08 and a 0.12. So this 105 is a little big for that machine, but the little anemic string that's on there won't do the job at all. So what we'll do is we'll get up close. We'll show you how we put the string on the head, put it on there, and test it out. See if this has any merit whatsoever. One thing that I probably will take off after this is the guard, which is totally up to you. You shouldn't do, but that's how I run these. So let's take the old string off, put new string on, and see how that goes on the head. All right, cool. So here we have the head of this this machine. We have our string, which we're gonna just measure out however much. I don't measure it, I just pull it off. And I think that that's not enough. Okay, let's cut this. All right, set that to the side. Find both ends. The thing I like about this line is it's low diameter, okay? This is 105 string in Still's red line. This is 105 in the Husky, okay? It's a slightly smaller diameter, and I like that. Round line, okay, while it's nice, this, as you can see, has like a little striation to it. And there's also a heavy cord that's in here that this cuts extraordinarily well. So that's why I run that. Okay, so we have that. We found the middle, and we cut two ends. Now we take this guy. There's a little push there and a little push there. Heads off. All right. Take the tool, take the string out from underneath the keepers. Okay. Standard bump head. Who knows how long this has been on there. It feels pretty brittle. Okay. All right, so how do they want you to hook this on there? So if you look on there, it will show you wind cord. Okay. Now, one thing that this doesn't have, okay, there's no hole like that is on my Still. So this cord that I just cut, okay, in half for 2 sinks are not going to work. All right, so we take this, fold the one piece in half, stick it on there, hook it on there, and hook it. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this head. All right, so let's wind it. So what we got to do is we have to wind the bottom one first. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to tuck it into there. Okay, right in the middle. This head, I do not, repeat, do not like it here nor there. I do not like it anywhere. Okay, and then we're going to wind it. Okay, we're going to wind the bottom one first. Do you see the problem that you have? Let's tuck the other tail up top. Okay. Wind that. Okay, and then there's a little keeper. Throw that behind the keeper. And then put your thumb on it, because I don't like this head at all. Okay, wind the other one. And then stick it into, see that keeper right there? And that goes into there. Now, it's actually, this head stinks. Okay, they're apart from each other. We're going to put it in the, wow, I don't like this head at all. Okay, then we have that, see it? And then that just goes right through there. And it goes in there. You see that? And then just hold the two ends. Okay? I don't like this head at all. Line that up onto zero, push down, and pull out. Job done. All right, well, let's put the battery on and see if we can cut this 050 cord. It's a little bit of a struggle, but so let's go see what we can do on this little fence line with this thing. Okay, we need to fix something here. So, what do I think about this little Makita XRU04? Well, it's lightweight. It's very light. With the guard on, if you choose to remove the guard, again, you assume all responsibility. Has nothing to do if the tool burns up. About Makita, you took off the piece of safety equipment that's there to protect you. So if you take the guard off, as I have, you assume all responsibility. But with that said, pushing this 105 Husqvarna XP string, I'm pretty impressed. So you'll notice that this is way far out of reach of Husqvarna's, of Makita's purview of how this should be. I do like that it has like a little brake on it. Once it slows down to whatever it slows down to, then there's a brake. I like that the motor is at the end and that there's no, on the gas power, there's a shaft in here. Super, super lightweight. It's nowhere near the 100 still, and it never should be. If it is, I'll be completely and utterly amazed. What you'll notice on the difference of head is these buttons, okay? These buttons have different sizes, heights to them to get down onto the ground. And typically I'll run the head straight, and then I'll run it on this. Because this is too high, I have to wear it down a little bit, or maybe they may have a different button size that's on there. I hate the head. I absolutely, positively, unequivocally hate this head. Stringing new line on it is awful. The head on this thing is just, as a guy who ran a pro machine for 10 years, that 100 head is way better than this one. I don't like it. Maybe I can get a different head that will fit this, that will allow better things. I like the overall lightweightness of it. I mean, you can carry this all day. I don't need the shoulder strap. The 5.0 battery that we had on here is nice and lightweight. I don't like, so the problem I have with, again, battery powered tools, because you're not starting an engine, you have these safety locks that are on there. It's something that you have to retrain yourself again about. The overall shaft length of it is nice. It is very, it's appropriate in its length. The power, again, I'm coming from an FX100 Pro tool. Everything that I've had that I put it up against, it's nice. It feels, because I'm putting it up against a gas-powered machine, a little anemic. But again, if you're running a gas-powered homeowner machine, this will be fine. I'm sure that all the fence line and all the stuff that I have here, this machine will be nice. I like the fact that you saw it got hung up in that real tall stuff. And that real tall stuff I left there for just this test to see how it would handle it. It bogged down a little bit, which is fine, no big deal. But it worked through it very well. I didn't have to put it in reverse mode to undo it. The speed control, this has a speed controller to it. Okay. I don't use it. I just don't use it. The fact that the battery is still, I was probably using it, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 minutes. Still have full charge on it. It's balanced very well. It's, again, it's nice and lightweight. You can carry this thing all day. Professionally, I would not use this. Around the house here, where I can charge and uncharge the battery, absolutely. When you go to whack the head to pull, more string out of the head, you can see it's just, there's flex to it. There's flex to it. It's not a bad tool. It's just not a pro tool. See, there's a little, and again, I should probably go through it and tighten it up, but see, there's like a little movement there. I should tighten these up. It's probably needs to be tightened up, but I would, for your house, pick one of these up. The shortcomings that I feel on it is because I'm coming from, you know, a pro weed eater that I've used for 10 plus years. I'm going to something that's battery powered, okay, that's lightweight, and of course your mind, again, like the battery powered subcompact tools that you use from Makita, just because it's lightweight, you think in your head it should be less of a tool. I'm pretty overwhelmed at just how well that this tool does. I'm kind of digging it. Again, I got this with a smoking deal without batteries. I got the hedge trimmer and this weed eater with a charger with no batteries for a super smoking deal through my local parts equipment dealer, because this is you know, the last iteration. There's another newer model to this. So, you know, out with the old and in with the new. So, it's pretty neat, I do have to say. Will it take place of my my other lightsaber over there? No. But with the guard off of this, for me, you take the guard off, you assume all responsibilities. I would imagine that this is probably drastically going to shorten the life of this tool because of the one larger diameter string that's on there, and also because of the longer length cord string that's out there. So this probably, its lifespan, I don't know, may just be fine through its whole lifespan. I don't know what the lifespan of the tool itself is. So we'll have to see. I would imagine with it, it was never designed to run this string, and it was never designed to run without the guard on it itself. So we'll have to do further. We'll have to do further updates as we go along with this tool. Again, it's the Makita. Okay, it's the XRU04. So this is the discontinued model. The newer model is supposed to be a little nicer and probably a little more powerful. Anytime you bring a tool out, you learned lessons that you couldn't get into the lab or the small thing that you were testing it with before. So whatever iterations or whatever shortcomings, I'm sure probably Makita has taken that to task and had to correct them. We'll have to see. It's a mixed bag. I'm liking it. I like that it's lightweight. I'm liking that whatever I threw at it, and even that tall stuff that I threw at it, it complained a little bit, as they all do. It's not a big, you know, two-stroke engine designed to run 105 and larger stuff. This was designed for very small, and I'm probably sure if I put that string that it came with on here, it'd probably work a little nicer. But that string doesn't. It just doesn't last. So I'm pretty amazed. So we'll have to see later, you know, follow-up videos and all that kind of stuff, how this works out. So again, it's the Makita XRU04. Go down to your local parts. Go down to your local power equipment dealer, okay, and you pick one of these up. Run it with the guard on there, okay. There's the handle that you can adjust. There's the shoulder strap, okay. And there we have the forward and reverse, okay. I could have probably taken this and flipped it in reverse to pull that heavy stuff out. And then of course you have the lock. You push the lock, and then you actuate the trigger, speed control, okay, and the power button itself, okay, and that's the speed controller. So the XRU04, go check it out from Makita. I'm gonna go around this yard and finish up what I need to finish up with this. Again, thanks for watching. If you liked what you like, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it out if you would, please. So thanks. You go out on this lovely day and you go get something done.